not long ago since you were on here. Just get everything snugged up here.
I like the old.
What's her name?
How's it going? Because I did mess with like he said with the bathroom, you know, on the wall, basically coordinated with you open the door, basically. I know. I know. Screwdriver. Hey, we're going to oh, you better talk wrong.
Okay. If you don't need it, that's fine. You know what I mean? The idea of the perch cut is to help you so you can see how big the room is. Now, if the idiot that rides it could just ride it as good as the thing runs, it'd be all good. I'm an industrial technology instructor at Waterloo West High School in Waterloo, Iowa. And I'm also head girls cross country and head girls track coach at West High. And on the weekends, for fun, I'm a CCS amateur club racer in the Midwest and Great Plains region. This will be my 5th year racing with CCS. I got my race license in 2006 on April Fool's Day. That should tell you something. We're going to run it with race fuel with the board injectors in a different map. Because one of the things we're finding is, you know, these engines are designed to run really strong in the mid-range, but they start running out of fuel at the top end.
Oh, really?
I mean, not bad enough to hurt anything,
right.
But you know, they're a street bike. Right? I entered my first race at the tender age of 49. Usually, when most motorcycle racers have retired.
Why does it run out down there? Volume and conditions and so on. There you can run. Yep, and that's your acceleration.
Well, this year, 2010, very excited about the upcoming season because now there are actually 4 of us in our team, and we went together and bought another motorcycle that we're going to attempt to race the team challenge races, one at Blackhawk Farms and one at Road America. We formed a team called IFM Racing, and that includes Troy Walbaum, who races an XB 12R, Mike Boomer, who also races an XB 12R, Craig Davis, who's racing an 1125R, and myself.
Did a couple track days, enjoyed it. Good friend of mine, Mr. Ralph Longus. Watched him progress. Thought, hey, this is fun. I've never been one to sit on the sidelines. I see somebody go parachute, I get in the plane and I jump out of a perfectly good plane too.
And just being part of it and seeing the people at the CCS races and how great they are to kind of help other racers out. Also kind of the next step in sport bikes is once you've kind of done everything on the street that you think you should do to a reasonable level, this challenges you some more.
Well, some of the other Yoo-Hoos I travel around with decided to go racing a few years ago, and I've done some track days and really enjoyed it, and figured that was kind of the next progression.
we think we're fairly well prepared. We're going to do some mock pit stops here in the next week or so with the guys that are helping us, and so that we all feel a little better about, hey, here's what it's going to kind of be like.
Yeah, quite a bit to the left. You're about 6 inches off. You got to go that way about. Oh!
I think a guy with an AMSOIL sponsorship would have some oil readily available to keep his trailer from squeaking. You would think. Oh yeah, I've done this a number of times.
Most of it's gone. Oh, like this. See that wrinkle?
Crazy.
Yeah, it just last coat.
Okay.
Yeah, then when we get it serviced and everything, we'll bring it back and throw the body work on it. Load her up for the 22nd.
Need to change oil in it and primary fluid. I'm going to just kind of go and set the suspension up for all of us. Nothing too crazy, just normal service. Brake fluid too. We just got it, so we don't know what condition all the fluids are in, so we're gonna just freshen it up.
See, the super fast guys, it doesn't matter what their bikes look like, because they're super fast. But when you're not super fast, stuff's got to look pretty good, because people can see you for a long time going down the straightaway. I bought my first Buell, which was an M2, in 2000, and so I've been riding Buells since then.
Hopped on a Buell. Next thing you know, the street wasn't good enough for me. Had to take it to the track. Had a blast.
Ralph's been racing a Firebolt. Troy's been racing a Firebolt. I've got a Firebolt, and they're all 2004s. They all have the same parts on them. If I need a part or if Ralph needs a part, chances are one of us has it.
And I think, you know, for everybody, since we already had Buells or experience with Buells on the street, it makes for a natural progression for us for comfort level when we're on the track to be on something that you're used to riding, you're used to that power band, you're used to, you know what it is.
Well, there's just some of the best American ingenuity in that bike. That's oil and swing arm, the ZTL brakes. I mean,
You know, you go and ride these bikes and you feel how confident they make you feel. They're very solid. They handle very well in turns, and you don't even really think about it. The bike just handles the way you would want it to.
If you ride a Buell, you're always explaining.
Yeah.
You're always explaining to somebody what this is and why the disc brake is this big. And Eric Buell shows up at Blackhawk at the last race of the year for the Red Flag Fund auction, and he's just there hanging out, and guys that don't even race Buells were talking to me the next day like, I can't believe the CEO of the company just comes and just hangs out.
Hello, I'm Eric Buell. Our small team in Wisconsin have been building America's sport motorcycles since 1983. We have built amazing and exciting world-class bikes. So it is a very emotional time for me right now, as I have to announce that the decision has been made that we will no longer be building Buell motorcycles.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, felt like somebody shot my best friend, you know, or something. I mean,
it was hard to believe at first.
Yeah.
You know, you really didn't think that it was, why would that happen? You know, it didn't make any sense.
It was the only motor company that was at the track, supporting their racers, and then paying them to be there. You know, that was a company that stood behind their people. I mean, they still do, and they're closed.
they're closed.
Yeah.
So.
Looking like a city job. We got one worker and everybody's kind of hanging.
Right.
You need to do it that way.
Too nervous.
I've also had the great fortune to meet and get to know many Buell riders over the years, and they are an amazing and interesting group of free thinkers. There's a camaraderie that is deep, real, and passionate.
Well, and I wanted to keep racing the Buell kind of as a little, you know, thumb in the nose there to those people that thought that, well, the company's gone, so, you know, all these guys that race them, they're all just going to go away.
I will always be proud of America's little sport bike company who took on the world, and with brilliant innovations produced some of the best handling motorcycles of all time. We proved that a small group of passionate and inspired people can compete against industry giants.
Where all of us are waiting to see what's coming.
What's next?
What's next? What's next for Eric Buell? Because it'll be an engineering delight, no doubt.
Today, I'd like to announce the formation of Eric Buell Racing, a new and independent business venture that kicks off the next phase of my career. This new venture will focus on the support of privateer racing efforts and will further enhance the racing heritage of the Buell brand.
Well, I was very excited to see that Eric Buell Racing started up as quickly as it did.
In addition to building 1125R based race motorcycles and race engines, Eric Buell Racing will also provide additional services. We will supply racing parts, race vehicle preparation, and technical support for racers campaigning Buell motorcycles at all levels of competition, continuing the long tradition of supporting grassroots racing established by Buell Motorcycle Company.
For him to step up and take over in the racing arena was very encouraging for a lot of us that are club racers, but that also let us know that there was a lot of things in the hopper that we probably wouldn't have got to see otherwise.
But today, I want to express my thanks to Harley-Davidson and my gratitude to all the past and present employees of Buell Motorcycle Company, as well as our suppliers, who contributed to the innovation and success of Buell motorcycles on and off the racetrack. So I'll see you at the races.
We're going to do Team Challenge the first weekend at Black Hawk on Sunday, and then if the old body can handle it, then I hope to at least run one sprint race after that. And our whole goal with the Team Challenge is just to jump in there and just find out what it's all about. We know a lot of people that have been involved with Solo Challenge and the Team Challenge, and they just rave about it. And so it's just a great opportunity for us to try something totally different.
What's the transition zone?
We're at the state track and field championships in Des Moines on May
3:25.81, the winning time
20th through the 22nd, and I'm here with my track squad from Waterloo West High School.
And we move now to heat number 3.
We qualified
New
7
London
girls
in
in 7 events,
N2,
and
NU High.
it's going real well.
In lane 3,
And
NU High will anchor Dominic.
this is kind of my first love, and unfortunately this is interfering a little bit with my second passion, and that's road racing. But really excited that we had so many girls that qualified. And I have a girl that placed 5th, or excuse me, I have a girl that placed 3rd in the shot put, and she also just got done running our 4x100 that ran their best time of the season, just missing the finals. So pretty exciting, beautiful weather, and a lot of fun. Glad we're here.
They're opening up.
Well, of course, I wish all the IFM guys the best of luck this weekend. Wish I could be there. I know we're prepared to do well. Did some practice pit stops last week, and bike's well prepared. Everybody's fired up. Mike and Craig are just finishing up their race school, and they'll do a great job. I'd love to be there, but first things first, and we'll all be together at Road America. And so the IFM boys will be riding, all of us will be riding together then.
Craig and I did a great thing 2 weeks before our first race. We went and had track day over there, so I kind of learned my way around and kind of got used to the track. And then we went to a race school the day before our first race, and so my comfort level was very high when I did the first race.
Wait for these to start to go off.
2% of the population of the United States ride motorcycles. 2% of that 2% race motorcycles. You guys are just trying to very elite. One more time for yourself. All right. All right.
For the team challenge, oh man, that's a whole different ball game. We have no idea how it's going to handle, what's it going to do, what kind of power it puts out. So in that aspect, I'm a little nervous for tomorrow, just because the whole thing's all new. But this is good practice for us before we get up to Road America, and really, that's the important one to us, is the Road America race.
That's perfect. Let's use the 2 short ones then. Okay. But we're gonna need Loctite. You have Loctite with you guys? Somebody's gotta have Loctite here, right? I hope. You guys gotta have Loctite. They're racing Buells. You're racing a Buell, an air-cooled motor.
We thought we were very prepared, and we were nowhere near prepared. That guy made me feel like a little school kid.
No, they said when they built it, they made it for the Moto ST class.
Oh, perfect.
So it was built for endurance.
So it's got lightning frame and 9 piston.
Yeah. So
he is so intelligent when it comes to a team bike and how it needs to be set up and prepared, where things I would never think of, and wouldn't even cross my mind why should that be that way. But he's got a reason, he's got an explanation.
Lots of race prep time he's put into bikes. Yeah.
And what we did to that bike in that short a period of time was very impressive.
Do we all have to come to deck, or you don't think so? You need him, right?
Yeah. I'll take my suit, the belly pants.
Just push it. I wouldn't run that motor right now. I wouldn't run that motor.
Okay.
No.
Man, you're really making me work today, Mike.
Take your helmet off. Exercise. Take your helmet off. Drink lots of water. You're gonna be right here.
All right.
Well, the thing is, nothing shook him either. You can see he's professional. Back off it. So we got to do this one too. And I want to look at your oil lines at the bottom of this engine. Because I don't like the way they're...
Just turn them?
Yeah, but we got one. Yeah, you need a... Oh, Tom, sorry. Those are resting. The oil lines. You see that wire hole in the lines up? Yeah. That's going to saw into the oil lines. So like when you fill this thing up, there's increments on the side. Yep. This thing holds 3.8 gallons, so you could go 3.5 gallons. They won't use that much gas. That's what always worked good for us, because if for some reason the bike comes off the stand crooked, the rider's in the saddle with his feet out, and he's going to steady it. As soon as you pull as soon as you lift that stand up, he's going to hit the start button, and they're gone. Yeah. Who's fire guy today?
I'm a girl.
Fire girl. That's awesome. That's cool.
Fire girl.
You're going to want to be right out here. The guardrail's right here.
Okay, we're starting here.
Okay. As soon as stare at that front tire. When that tire comes to stop, just watch the wheel when it stops rotating. Over the wall, and you're going to come over and you're going to stand right here. But you're going to be out in the line of traffic. Traffic spikes will be coming like this. But you want to be 5 to 6 feet away from that bike, because if you stand here, we laugh at this because we watch the happen in Daytona. The bike is up in fire and the guy goes like this. Guess where the fire extinguisher's going up there? Where's the fire at? Right there. So you want to stand about right here and you stay focused, because this is where the fuel is going to be. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen here. We watched the one at Daytona this year. Fuel's just gushing out of the bike.
You're going to squirt me.
Yeah, squirt him first.
You run.
Screaming like a little girl.
Stay out here. You want to go out there and practice a couple? I think you should. Okay, ready? Stop the line. Can I come over the wall immediately? Yeah. If the bike stops, we go over the wall. Can I stay by the bike? That was good. That was good.
75 laps, 2-hour time limit, 5-minute board at 12:15.
Yes.
Okay, so first call, 12:10, we'll do the opening ceremonies. Good luck to everyone. Thanks for your support. When you're done racing, if that's all you have, please don't forget to turn in your transmission. Last but definitely not least,
I'd like to pray for you all. Also, there's a chapel service following here in the base of the timing and scoring building, and everyone's invited. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we're just so thankful for this beautiful day, and thank you for the opportunity to race. I pray that you protect each and every rider here. God, that you'd help them to do their best. I know it's a long race. Give them energy and whatever is needed, focus and excellence in everything. Help them with their bikes as well to do their best. Pray for the officials and corner workers to continue to keep your hand upon them. Thank you for all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
no plug. Yep.
We just gonna ride back up to the pit area?
Yeah. He might stay on the trail, be put back on hot pit though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where we're at. What? Follow the plug.
Come down the front straight, we got ready. Yeah, it wouldn't even, I didn't get much farther. Either a plug wire popped off or...
I zip tied those ones on the coil.
We want to switch riders. He's probably pretty hot, not moving.
Everybody coming out.
Really? Oh yeah. Take a shoot with me, buddy. Another T27 would be awesome. It's done.
That was a pretty dejected feeling there too. You know, all the build up for that, you know, the prep we put into it, the excitement, all the people that were there, all the work we done, and then yeah.
Single cylinder, just pop out, and then when I got around turn one,
And a lot of the people that came out to really help us out, you know,
our supporters that we had
Felt
the
bad for
James
them.
gang there. We had, I
All kinds of
mean,
people.
we looked so high class to have that happen. It was a kick in the nuts. It was a huge kick in the nuts.
It wasn't much
It was. I tell you what, when I pulled into the hot pit on the back of that trailer, you could just see. I mean, everybody kind of shrunk about an inch. And just, oh man, we're done. Sorry. So.
Yeah, Mike and I are together in this one. And then Craig and I are in the next one together.
are you?
I don't know. I passed one expert, one amateur.
I
waited for about 2 laps before I started going very hard.
I hung with them for the first 2 laps, and after that, I'm kind of like, where'd they go?
999 and the KTM.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dreaming.
I got lapped by them. Yeah. That's
They were fast.
Joe Spalding and who was that other guy? I was betting Sheila money that you were going to show up with Jeff and Dwayne. I was betting money you would show up. I was like, no, that's just Ralph. He's flashy that way. They're all three going to be riding up, and he's just going to be, strutting with that big old smile. And I'm just thinking, that's Ralph's mindset. It is. He's going to do it.
I wish that.
And then they showed up, and I was kind of, oh, where's all my flash? This is Ralph's dream. He could have actually done it. It would have been a perfect opportunity.
Flown in and rode.
Yeah, I thought for sure.
Flying
I lost $5 on that too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To Sheila.
Well, we're on our way to St. Louis to race at Gateway International Raceway. So this is actually my first race of the year, and I'm going to have to do a little traveling to do my first race, but that's okay. Glad I'm able to get down here and looking forward to a good weekend. Well, as of right now, we just got done driving through about 250 miles of rain. Well, I've never had to race in the rain before. I've been, I guess, pretty lucky, or I've never put myself in a position to have to race in the rain. But I do have intermediate rain tires if the weather warrants it. I guess there'll be a point where I'll have to make a decision if I'm going to race if it's raining very hard, because I don't have full rains. But we're just going to keep our fingers crossed for nice weather. See what we can get done while we're here. Take a look at the bike and
See if we can leave the trailer here. That's kind of the plan. And head back to where we're staying and get a little something to eat, get a good night's sleep, and be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. Hey, I'm psyched. I'm ready. And I just hope the weather holds up and it's not wet. If it's raining like it is right now, this is right where I'm going to be tomorrow. I'll be watching. Not interested in going out in a torrential downpour, but we'll just have to see who's here and how many people are on the grid. You know, I got to be smart about this. I've already spent my money to be in the races, so if the grid's small and, you know, I can just go out and kind of tour around in weather like this, then that's what I'm going to do. First race weekend, always want to be a little cautious anyway, and having never raced in the rain, and you just got to be smart, and I'll just wait and see what tomorrow brings, and we'll hope that it's dry and have a good day. Whew. I'll be anxious to see the lap times from this race. Man, I was dragging knees and I was happy. I was working hard.
Overall good race?
Yeah, got a little exciting when I went off the track a couple of times, especially the one when we went through the mud, but held on to it, didn't lose his position, and whacked the throttle. I wasn't saying that when I was going through the mud and the front end shaking, and I'm thinking, don't crash, don't crash. But hey, it did a great job for me. Never let me down. Never let me go down. Wow, that was exciting. I don't really need that kind of excitement, but it was exciting. Well, we're on our way home from Gateway, and we had a great weekend. Took a 4th in lightweight Formula 40. Was 2nd in Thunderbike, and 2nd in lightweight super sport. So came out of there with some pretty nice points and picked up a couple of plaques. It was well worth the time and effort to come down. Kind of helped me get over a little bit of a fear of Gateway too. It's a tough track. It's one I only run like once a year, so I never spent enough time here to really get super comfortable with it. But no, it was a good move to come down. I got some good points on the board, and got a lot more confidence back on the bike again. And so now we go to Road America over 4th of July weekend. That's a big deal up there. It's what they call a twin sprints. So they run all the races twice, which means it costs us twice as much to go to that one. But it's a great event, and I just wouldn't miss it. So I feel real good about how the bike's set up and how I feel, and I think we'll have a good event up there. Down the hill far enough, I could barely see the flag.
Make it to Road America?
Money. Like these guys will tell you, it takes a lot of cash to do this, and I just need a little break on my wallet. It takes a little bit to get a bike ready to go, and so you have to buy a lot of stuff ahead of time to get things ready. And I'd spent quite a bit this spring, and I just had to slow down and kind of catch up again. I wanted it to be this year, but just timing didn't work out very well. I had a lot of things going on in June, and it just piled up on me.
The forces it puts on your body, that, you know, going through the carousel, you're dropping, I don't know how many feet. I've heard,
I think they said
20-30 feet, and so you're leaned over, you're giving it as much throttle as you feel comfortable with, and you can just feel the suspension in your chest just compress when you get to the bottom of that thing as you straighten it out. I mean,
design a 90-degree corner going down a hill on a mile straightaway. But you still can't fathom how far that straightaway is. That is just, you know, that's ridiculous.
grass on 5, that's not a good place to go.
Oh, that's not a good place.
You said it was. You said if you run wide open, there's all kinds of grass.
No, not grass.
That's
Stay on the rumble strips and go straight up from the
Well, I was
rumble.
between the rumble strips and the grass. There's kind of dirt.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Anytime you can ride a track that's on TV, I mean, it's whether it's a friendly track to your make of bike or not, it's an event.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's probably my fastest lap time today either, because I really concentrated on trying to pick the line and be smooth. At 5, I'm always
Yes, there's a lot of dimensions to Road America other than just the physical layout of the track. You know, it just works you a little differently than any other track's going to do. But that's the fun of it.
I know I was thinking about the last lap. I was like, well, you're kind of out on your own. Just be smart.
I guess I'm thinking, oh, where the hell is he? He was catching this guy, and now this guy's going. I'm going, yeah, he looks really good. And I'm going,
I love that track. Just the opportunity to go that fast, to see what that bike will do.
Yeah.
You know, I like turns better, but
it's the only
kinda
track
right away.
we go to that you literally can pin the throttle and keep it there.
Fifth gear
in several places, just to find out what it's like. Just I'm as low as I can get, and the throttle's pinned, and here we go.
Expert middleweight superbike winner, number 86, Jason Farrell out of Oshkosh,
come through on that lap, did he? You think he went down?
I'll see he goes to the inside of Crumpet and takes away the 3rd spot at the end of the first game.
Past tense because I have a big hole in my motor right now. So, past tense meaning I raced 2 races today, skipped 1, and I am out for tomorrow. Actually today, doing pretty good. 2nd lap, going around, hit turn 3, felt a little strange thing, hit turn 4, started knocking really bad, looked down, oil, ended up losing all power by the time I got to turn 5. By the time I got to turn 5, the bike was on fire. Just went straight right off to hot pits there, or to the pit out area. By the time I stopped, the bike was engulfed in flames, and all I remember is some guy telling me to throw down the bike, and I'm thinking, no, I don't want to ruin a frame. And I wanted to get away from the bike fast because my whole suit and boots were covered in oil. So I'm trying to stand back far enough from the flames where I'm not going to catch on fire. as I see a gentleman coming with a fire extinguisher just blaring away at the thing. But I lost the entire motor. This was a spring holding on a bolt. What I couldn't see, but I mean, I'm sure there's just lots of little. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
See if we can glue that back together?
Maybe well, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, let's
somebody in the carousel. Oh yeah? Oh man, that exciting. I did good when I blew that. I was working hard, man. I thought I got it, because that guy with number 60, he's got a chain drive and he could gap me on the straight. I said, man, I got it. I could just suck right up on him. I could draft with him. I actually draft passed the guy on that in that race too.
Well, when you came around that next time, we noticed that you had got caught up again.
Yeah.
Before you were at 14 that last lap then too, so you were getting around the rest of the track faster than he was for sure.
Man, I tormented that guy in the carousel because I'd pass him. I could get around him, but I just couldn't get far enough to get into the little chicane. So he'd be as soon as I'd come around, it's like, oh crap, he'd gas it, you know, and I'd hit the binders pretty hard because obviously I'm not on the good line, and he'd tuck in and I'd be right behind him, and then we go down into Canada Corner, boom, right on him again. Turn 14, I was plowing in there trying to get right with you. I went out, went real wide. I was like, dang it. But hey, everything was nice and clean. It was fun. I just wanted to stop up and thank you guys. That was the most fun I've had for a long time. That was a fun race. that was fun. So I had to stop up and thank him. You know, because that was a fun race, and he got around the guy in the red bike, and I don't know what that was. And then I got right in there with them, and so that was a good time. That's what it's about right there.
As I can and race as much as I can, as much as the budget allows. You know, that's kind of really where it comes down when you're pocket racing. So anybody that wants to send money my way, sponsors.
IFM racing.
Yeah, right here.
For me, it's I'm just starting out. This has been a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun helping Ralph start his racing program up and kind of learning what to do and how to set the bike up, what to get, how to think, how to ride. I've only done one race, so I've got a lot more to do.
General rule is the 3 B's. Broke bike, broke body, broke wallet. I still got my looks. I think I'll be back next year. That's the plan. I sure as hell don't want to be that yard landscaper kind of guy, retiring, mowing the yard, living to mow. No, that's not me. So.
Well, my experience racing has been fantastic. Again, I think I've come into it with the right mindset. There are races I'd like to go to, but other things come up, and I do those other things. I race when I can. I race when I want to. I'm not trying to chase a track or a championship. It'd be nice to get into that position where I can do that. My goal with motorcycle racing, at least personally, is to be the old guy sitting out on the porch, and some young pup comes by and says, "Hey, old man, what'd you ever do?" And I can flip out that CCS Pro license and say, "Here you are, sport. This is what I used to do." I think that would be fun. But in the bigger scheme of things, now that there's 4 of us in the group and a couple of guys are much younger, I'd really like to get to a point where we can maybe take this to the next level, and I can work myself into a position where I can help maybe mentor or get younger people involved in racing and track days.